Now we're going to look at two different ways that you can represent data. So we're going to be looking at tables and pictographs. A pictograph is a graph that uses symbols to represent the amounts, and the key on a pictograph tells what each symbol represents. Now here is an example of a table. Find the median age, so median age of a person in Denmark. So that's going to be 40.1. Now let's look at the next question. Which countries listed are republics? So it looks like we have Argentina, Chad, and Georgia. Now, which countries listed have a literacy rate above 95%? Well, that would be Argentina at 97.1, Denmark at 99, Georgia at 100, and it looks like just those three meet that criteria. Now, number 6 and number 7, we actually are asked to do some computation based on the information in the table. So the first 3 questions, we were just being asked information that we could pull from the table. Now we're going to have to start using some of that information. So number 6, how much greater is the population of Chad than Denmark? So population of Chad and the population of Denmark. So I'm going to have to subtract to find out the answer to that problem. So if I subtract 1,284,000 minus 43,094, and I just realized that I didn't circle population, I circled area. So let me back this up. The population of Argentina and the population, of Chad and Denmark. There we go. Let's get the 2 right countries. So I'm going to subtract those 2 numbers. That makes more sense. So 9,885,661 subtract 5,468,120, and I'm just putting this in my calculator, and I'm going to get an answer of 4417541. So it looks like 4,417,541 would be the difference in their populations. Number 7, what are the average, the median, and the mode of the literacy rates? So if we look at the literacy rates, and I'm going to erase the circles that I have there from the previous problem, since we're going to work with those again. The average, I would add them up and divide by, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different values. So I would add all of those up and divide by 6. So 97.1 plus 47.5 plus 99 plus 100 plus 90.1 plus 90.3 and divide by 6. So when I add them up, I get 524 is my total. And when I divide that by 6, I get 87.3 repeating. So 87.3 repeating percent is the average. The median would be the number in the middle. So let's see here. It doesn't look like they're in order, so I'm going to need to get them in order first. So I'm going to list them in order. So the smallest one is 47.5. And then I have, let's see, it looks like 90.1, 90.3, 97.1, 99, and 100. So when I go to find the median, which is the number in the middle, looks like I'm going to have to add them and divide by 2. So 90.3 plus 97.1 divided by 2, and I get 93.7. So the average was 87.3 repeating percent, and the median is 93.7%. And none of them repeat, so there is no mode. Now let's look at a pictograph. Let's see if we can answer these questions. I notice I have, let's see here, let's read the directions. The following pictograph shows the highest recorded temperature in several states. Use the pictograph for exercises 16 through 20. The first question says, what is the highest recorded temperature in North Carolina? So when I look at North Carolina, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 suns. Each sun represents 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So what would be the highest temperature recorded? So we would simply take, if it's, each sun represents 20, so it's going to be 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus half a sun, so we'll say plus 10. So that's going to total 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's look at the next one, 17. Of the states shown, which has the highest recorded temperature? So here I don't think we don't have to really do any calculations. We can just look at the pictures, and it looks like Nevada has more suns than any other state. And again, we don't have to calculate it. We could if we wanted to. How much higher is the highest recorded temperature in South Dakota than in Maine? So South Dakota has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 suns. So that's going to be 120 degrees. And Maine has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, what is that, 100 maybe 5? Since it's not quite half a sun, it looks like it's kind of a quarter of a sun. So maybe about 15 degrees. I put approximately there because it's kind of hard to see based on the picture of exactly is that a fourth or a third or what. So we'll just go with 15 degrees difference. Which two states have approximately equal highest recorded temperatures? Well, when we look at our pictograph, we have two states that seem to be the exact same, which sounds kind of strange when we look at the data, but Alaska and Hawaii. And which state's highest recorded temperature is about 120 degrees Fahrenheit? Well, it looks like we already saw that one, and it was South Dakota.